Come on.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
I can almost guarantee you that this was not what McDonald's had in mind when they
how about this?
sponsored
Can they
inside
bring
the
some
NBA.
food in next week or tomorrow, and we'll eat the food for sure.
Hey, a girlfriend got to hit that other girl, too. don't she?
Listen, man.
Ain't the girl sit with you?
Yeah, you're right.
So your girlfriend got to whoop that other girl.
Listen, the Rockets and the Lakers highlights, score, post. What are y'all doing?
Please roll the highlight.
You know the sponsors play our checks, right?
No Kevin Durant
Jeez.
for the Rockets. You had no Luka, you got no Austin Reeves.
No Happy Meal?
You do have LeBron James, who came out looking for others in that first quarter, had 8 assists in the first quarter.
Lord.
Most he's ever had in a postseason game.
He played great tonight. Getting everybody involved, and this man right here can flat out shoot that thing.
You shake his hand right now, you get a third-degree burn. That is Luke Kennard. Josh Okogie inside as Houston hangs around, and then Amen Thompson. And we got ourselves a 2-point game at the break, 50-48. Jabari Smith out of the corner. We are tied at 54.
Yeah, Ernie, I said at halftime, just didn't look like
Too
a
little.
game. Rockets came out kind of flat. They tried to pick it up, but a little too late.
Marcus Smart somehow gets that to go. He had 15. LeBron let her rip. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists, 9 out of 15 from the floor.
Give me some Penberthy. Give me some Penberthy.
The left-handed Mike Penberthy.
Okay, Jason Capono.
Okay. So the Houston Rockets, without Kevin Durant, fall 107-98 in Game 1 of this series. LeBron with his 19. Kennard with 27. Luke Kennard's previous playoff high was 21, and it came in his first playoff game back in 2019. This is his 29th game, and he goes for 20.
Played well, too.
Huh?
DeAndre Ayton played well.
I was going to say, DeAndre Ayton 19 and 11. And Shaq, when this guy is engaged in the game, because look, sometimes he's out there floating. When he's engaged in it, it makes a difference.
Listen, when he's getting his opportunities, and, they gave him a lot of drop-off plays. I mean, I can understand why a guy like him can be frustrated sometimes. He wants to do more. They don't let him do a lot. Right now, he's just a, pick-and-roll guy. But when he touches the ball, when they gave him the ball, 8 out of 10, you can't ask for anything better. 19 points, pretty good.
Well,
but it's a lot of drop-offs, though, Chuck.
Yeah, but I'm like, Ernie, to me, he is definitely a floater. But that's frustrating for me to watch him play because you got Luka, you got Austin Reeves, you got LeBron.
He ain't going to get a lot of touches.
He ain't going to get a lot of touches. He should say to himself, I'm just going to be a monster on the boards and going to run the floor. His numbers are gonna always get opportunities, but you can't go into a game saying I'm just gonna go through the motion and float. If you
Well,
play
he didn't tonight, right?
No,
He didn't do that tonight.
He didn't do that tonight. We're talking about, well, that's why we're giving his flowers. He's playing like that. He only doing that because the other two guys aren't there.
Well, it doesn't sound like flowers when you say it. Like
no, but I'm going to call it like I see it.
Okay.
You can't go to the game saying if I don't get touches, I'm just going to float around out there because those guys are going to come back eventually. He get paid for every game. Go out there and do that every game.
They're 19-4 now, and he has a double-double, are the Lakers. Let me ask you about the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
Because, okay, I'd look at it, and I want the player's perspective on this. No Kevin Durant. Is that an excuse for the offense looking so discombobulated all night?
I just thought they didn't follow a game plan or the game plan. So for me, if you look at the game plan, I would say we're going to stay at home on everyone else other than LeBron. We're not going to make LeBron a great passer. So the other game plan has to be Luke Kennard. We're running him off the line. So how does he get open? So if you're staying home with him and running him off the line, you're going to eliminate some easy looks for Luke Kennard. I'm going to make Luke Kennard put it on the floor, shoot mid-range jump shots, and lay the basketball up. LeBron, you're going to shoot over the top. Unless he's in transition, we run that. But there was no game plan that was followed. So now LeBron did what Chuck wanted him to do from the beginning. Get everyone involved, make everyone feel comfortable, and then at the end make big and timely baskets.
And not only
Ernie,
that,
let me
Ernie,
ask you, go ahead, Shaq.
not only that, Ernie, they played out of whack. They're not used to Reed Shepard taking 20 shots and Ben Thompson taking 18 shots. So, you know, they're doing something different. You know, King talked about the game plan. The game plan is Kevin Durant has the ball, read and react, and then you play after that. Again, we're not used to, Reed Shepard taking 20 shots
Ernie,
and going 6 out of 20.
To answer your question, it had nothing to do with their game plan. That's the way they play offense. They just play one-on-one basketball. It's better when it's Kevin Durant and Sengun, but they don't run plays. It's like everybody goes one-on-one. You look at that game, you're like, what are they doing? They just, whoever gets it, shoots it. But if you look at them through the entire regular season, we said they don't have a point guard, but they didn't have Kevin Durant to cover up all their flaws. And like I have no idea what kind of offense they're running. Whoever gets it just jacks it up anywhere, anytime. Everybody's got a green light. And Shaq and Kennard know everybody on the team don't have no damn green light. I mean, there's one, maybe two guys on the NBA team like, you shoot it whenever you want to. The rest of the guys were like, okay, you can have some shots. But, like, there's no reason what they were doing out there tonight. It was awful to watch offensively.
How about LeBron's night, Shaq? 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 13 assists.
He played a great game, you know, very, very smart. You know, look for his guys. You know, Chuck always says that the role players play better at home, so he was looking for his guys early. They played great, but Luke Kennard gets the game ball today. You know, he's a special other. You know, he's an other because, you know, of all the great players they have on the team, but he's a great shooter, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history. But tonight was his night. He had the green light, and he came out and he played well.
However, the money moment of the night, sponsored by Chime, that one belongs to LeBron James. As we take a look at the oldest guys with 10 or more assists in a playoff game.
The great John Stockton, twice.
At 41 and 109.
That was in the same series.
LeBron James.
Man.
That might have been the Rockets.
With his.
Yeah, John Stockton, man, that man was the real deal.
As you look ahead now, game 2, we don't know what's going on with Kevin Durant yet.
No.
But, and obviously, it doesn't sound like either Luka or Austin Reeves going to be back for game 2. So what do you see that Houston can do in addition, aside from getting Kevin Durant back, to even the series?
Well, Kevin Durant is going to even the series. So we can't, but let's say he can't play. And what can we do differently if you're Houston Rockets that you didn't do tonight? There has to be some execution and some sharing of the wealth, meaning who are we going to play through? Tonight, they played through Thompson and Reed. That can't happen. They have to go back when Kevin Durant wasn't there, and it was a Jalen Green there and Sengun. You have to go through Sengun. The offense did not go through him. He might have had his attempts, but the offense didn't go through him. He wasn't the guy deciding. He was what we called a mini baby joker, like handling the ball at the top, making passes from the free throw line, and then posting up. Not with the efficiency, obviously, as Jokic does it. But he was the mini version of that. They didn't have any semblance of that tonight.
The Rockets have a problem now, though. The Lakers think they can win this series now, because I don't think the Lakers thought they could win this series. Now, Luke Kennard got confidence. DeAndre Ayton got confidence. LeBron's always going to have confidence. Now, all they got to do is if they screw around and win game 2, now Houston's in serious trouble. But I thought this was a great opportunity for the Rockets to and the thing the Rockets did, Ernie, that really messed up, you never thought they were going to win that game. They didn't expend a lot of energy, the Lakers. They didn't make.
Suddenly, this series looks a little bit different, doesn't it, Chuck?
Well, tonight's a must-win for the Lakers. I mean, I thought going in before KD got hurt, I thought I was going to say the Rockets. This is just a big game for the Rockets to go out there and punch them in the face, let them know they can't win this series. Now with KD out, you got a chance now. This is a must-win for the Lakers. It just switched the pendulum.
But it certainly doesn't, from what Lisa had to say, there's been no indication that, oh yeah, somebody's closer, he's closer. It might, this is not the right time of the year for the Lakers to have those 2 injuries, Shaq.
Yeah, but I have to agree with Chuck. This is just a must-win for the Lakers. Rockets #1 guy down. question is who's going to be that guy for the Lakers. You know, we all expect LeBron to do it, but we can't forget he's 40, 41 years old. So who's going to be the second guy to step up and say, you know what, I'm going to be AR, I'm going to be Luka for the night. Lakers have to win this game tonight because without KD, the matchup is pretty even. But like the great Hall of Famer Charles Barkley said, Lakers got to win this game tonight or else.
Or else.
What's the series hinge on? Besides health, Kenny, what does this series hinge on the floor?
Sustainability. Like, you can at times, you know, fill the hole. They say next man up. And okay, well, to have this guy help us in the scoring load. But then, you know, Luka rebounds as well. Austin rebounds. Okay, well, we get a guy to help us there. Okay, but now you get steals. So there's a lot of holes to people to be the next man up in. And can you sustain that over a 4 to 7 game series? That's really difficult for the Lakers. And, you know, for tonight, someone could step in and say, okay, KD's going to be there Tuesday. I got to take over the scoring load, help. And that you could get away with that. You can't do it if he's out for the season or I mean, for the series the way these guys are saying out indefinitely.
And one good thing, if the Rockets can win the game tonight, I'm not playing KD Tuesday. So this is kind of a must win for both teams. Because I'm like, okay, because they get to home court and KD get pretty much close to a week, he'll be close to 100% but this is a must win for the Lakers tonight.
Dovetailing on what you said about Luka too. Look, the Lakers live at the free throw line, 27 attempts per game, but 10 of those come from Luka Doncic. Yeah. So that's a huge part of what they're doing. Also, the matter of rebounding. And nobody does it better than the Houston Rockets, and nobody knows that better than LeBron.
What is that message to your teammates about the needed physicality for a postseason game against a team that's known to be physical with you?
I have a message. The best rebounding team in the last 25 years. What do you mean?
Just like when it comes to...
You don't need to have a message. It's like going against a Mahomes team and they're the best passing team in the last 30 years. The message don't need, hey, we don't need to let the receivers get off the line. We need to jam. Like, what's the message? The message is get your ass in there, box out and rebound. You have a message. We all grown men, do your job.
Grown men, do your job.
Yeah, it's easier said than done against the Twin and the Turkish Terminator. But again, who's going to be that guy for the Lakers to step up in any category? Scoring, rebounding, steals, getting to the free throw line. I'm scared for the Lakers, but they definitely have to win this game tonight. Houston still has, you know, a few weapons, you know, that they can get it done as long as they move the ball. You know, if they just try to come down and just post up the Turkish Terminator on that, then it'll probably be a close game.
Yeah, and I agree with Shaq there because this is more awkward for the Lakers than it is for, obviously, even though KD's out, because Şengün has been a #1 option. They know how to play through him. And so that is not going to be an uncharacteristic vibe. But for LeBron to carry a series and be the #1 option, that is not what he's been the last year and a half. He's not been the guy that you say, we're carrying everything for the whole series. So this is a little bit unusual. It's going to be interesting to see. I want to see if it is, you know, LeBron James who comes out and tries to get 20 in the first half type person. Or is he going to say, I'm going to be the one who's going to get everyone involved and maybe get somebody to help ride with me? So it's really interesting that first quarter of how he plays.
Ernie, even without KD, the Rockets got better players. They got better players, in my opinion. If I'm LeBron, I'm going to come out and be an assist guy.
Ooh.
Because I don't think...
What if they're missing?
Well, I don't think at his age he can sustain it for 4 quarters.
Okay.
So if I got to pick out, if I had to decide whether to get off to a good start or save some down the stretch, because the role players are going to play better at home. So I'm going to try to get the guys going, playing at home, and try to save myself for the 4th quarter. Because at 41 years of age, I don't think he can play the entire game and have anything left down the stretch.
We do have that graphic. Can you throw that up there about LeBron over the last 5 games with Reeves and Doncic both out, Jeremy? Because with that, it tells you that obviously in need of somebody to take over down the stretch these last 5 games of the year, LeBron James answered the call.
Yeah, but you can also put on this stat that some of these teams were tanking as well. So,
but I'm just talking about from a common sense standpoint. This guy's 41 years old. He's obviously amazing. To think he can go 4 quarters, and because like he probably You probably can't play over 35, 36 minutes, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but if I'm him, if I'm LeBron James, I'm taking it quarter by quarter. I'm saying, guys, we need this game. Follow me. I'm going to do what I do, get the defense to panic. Then when I kick to you, be ready.
So you would start out the opposite of what?
Yeah.
See, I was thinking both. You know, you would say that I'm gonna because there's a logic. Yeah, there's a logic that people would relax.
Because you make a good point. You know, Chuck wants me to be a passer. What if I'm being passive and guys ain't hitting the shot?
Right.
Well, yeah, but the game would dictate that. But I'm just saying, if I'm him, I at 41, I don't know if I can go 4 quarters playing it. I got to do all the heavy lifting. I can't score and pass. So and I'm just saying, I try to save myself. But like I said, if they're missing now, then I'm going to be aggressive. But I'm going to give them an opportunity because we always talk about role players play better at home.
Yeah, we'll see if, is it Rui Hachimura? Is it DeAndre Ayton? Is it Luke Kennard?
All hands on deck,
yeah,
brother.
The options are a little limited when you're missing Marcus Smart also.
Yeah.
Okay, see, Zach. See, this is the most predictable thing in the world. Anytime you wear a green jacket, somebody's going to say, hey, it's a Masters.
That's not green, that's money green.
Come on, Zach.
And so it doesn't
money
Zach.
green,
Hey,
Zach.
Zach.
Hey, Zach, you can mess around with us.
No.
Yeah, but don't mess around with the Godfather.
Chuck, I can handle this.
Okay.
Zach, it doesn't hurt my feelings, man. Your mom picked it out. When we come back, Game 1 in Denver. Timberwolves and Nuggets. Take that, Zach.
Take that, Zach.
Your mom picked it out. The mama joke wasn't planned either.
Oh, no, it wasn't. All right, Minnesota and Denver. Game 1.
Man, this
Mile high.
was a heck of a game.
Oh,
Yeah.
It started out early.
Yeah, slow start for Denver, and Jaden McDaniels gets ahead of the pack. And then Anthony Edwards.
Man.
Only played in 3 of the last 14 games with that right knee, but he knocks that one down.
Give it up.
They got off to a great start.
Up 10 after 1.
But then they were tied at halftime.
Here come my
Yeah,
boy
we're showing
Jamal.
you what happened in the second quarter. Jamal Murray there.
I mean, get your hands up.
Joker for 3.
Can't be in the paint and at the three-point line at the same time.
Joker only had 6 points in the first half. But game tied at 62.
Oh, got him.
Oh, he loves this matchup, Chuck.
Gobert played all right today.
Yeah, all right, ain't good enough, Mr. Ernie Johnson.
Tell you what,
This game was tied at 68 and a 14-0 run for the Nuggets.
underdog told me these teams were 5 of 35 on threes in the second half. That's ridiculous.
That's not very
No, don't get that.
Ooh, oh, man. Aaron Gordon got in foul trouble, too. They couldn't take advantage of it.
No, got 3 in the first quarter.
Oh, what was he doing in the game?
Oh,
Man.
Anthony Edwards had 22. It's a 2-point game. As Ayo Dosunmu scores, and then
good pass.
Jamal Murray
Look at that
with
dude,
a tip
man.
by the Joker. Look at this.
Oh, that's good.
Come on, Minnesota. Falling asleep here. Okay, that's not a shot clock violation. And look at Murray
good
to
pass.
Gordon. Man, you can't do that. 108,
Cannot happen.
101. So it went from a 5-point game and possibility of knocking it down more than that to a 7-point game, and it winds up an 11-point win.
If Jamal Murray plays like that,
Yeah.
that team going to be tough to beat.
Denver wins it 116 to 105. They had won 12 in a row to end the regular season. They had won 11 straight at home to end the regular season, and both those streaks continue.
Yeah, that was a good game today. I was like, man, they came out really sluggish. Minnesota came out playing well, but we know the Joker's gonna play at the same speed every night. It's all about Jamal Murray. Aaron Gordon, to me, one of the best defensive players in the league. But if Jamal Murray plays well, that team is gonna be tough to beat.
Yeah, I mean, they do. When you think about Gordon going out in the first quarter with 3 fouls, and they were, they're down 10, but then they're able to tie things up. I mean, they dodged one today.
Yes, they definitely did dodge one today, but, Chuck makes a great point. When Jamal Murray plays like that, because that's how they played when they won the first championship. Jamal Murray was all over the place. We always, marvel over how great the Joker is, but Jamal Murray needs these games with 30, 20, 25, and, Aaron Gordon needs to chip in. But, they played well today, but I think Denver loves this matchup, especially in the big. I'm going to be paying attention to Joker versus Gobert. Gobert had a good game today, 8 out of 9, but I think the Joker really loves this matchup.
I got a question for Kenny and Shaq.
Okay.
The Joker. Do you double him or let him get 40? Because to me, you have to he can't get 30 and get 12 assists. How would you play him, Shaq or Kenny? I want y'all opinion.
I would let him get his, but you can't let him and Jamal get off. Because think about it, we're talking about the Joker, but Jamal Murray was the leading scorer today. You can't let him get 30. I got to keep him to under 20, which is very, very difficult. But I'm focusing on I'm saying, to my guards, hey.
See, Underdog just said he had 30 and was 0 for 8 from 3.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, Murray.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for me, when I watch the Joker, I would, as crazy as this may sound, I wouldn't double him in the post, but I would double him on the perimeter.
That's even worse.
I think on the perimeter, when he get rid of the ball early, so he doesn't get downhill and he doesn't find people. On the block, he's pretty super efficient at passing out of double teams. I want him to get rid of the ball earlier to have Murray, Gordon, Johnson, and everyone else, and Brown making plays instead of him initiating the play. I think when he initiates it, so when he starts bringing it across half court, I would send one of my guards at him, and he'd have to get rid of it.
He only took 4 shots in the first half of the game, finished with 19.
And they were losing, and that's why the game was close.
And you know what else I would love to see? I would love to see Ant-Man saying, I'm putting the end to this thing right now. Coach, I don't care what you say. I'm guarding Jamal Murray. He is so talented, he's a hell of a player. And we'd always try to compare him to Michael Jordan. I know enough, and Ken and Shaq know enough. Michael Jordan would say, I got this guy. He ain't getting 30 anymore this series. I would love to see Ant-Man, who's one of the best players out there, take the defensive stance, says, I'm shutting down Jamal Murray. I would love to see him do that.
It's interesting with you talking about Minnesota because since the Karl Anthony Towns trade, I felt that they've invested in, instead of the team overall getting better, maybe the players getting better. So saying, no, Ant's going to take another jump, McDaniels is going to take another jump, and Randall can take a jump. Instead of saying bringing in more players. And everyone else around the league have added a piece. And it seemed like they've stayed in that same position and they haven't superseded or jumped since.
Well, they've been in the conference finals the last 2 years.
Yeah. But I'm saying in terms of just that jump. They're coming from a 6th seed.
For me, it's got to be Anthony taking Jamal Murray. And then Rudy's got to accept the challenge. Because, yo, man, you don't want a defensive player all these years in a row. You can't be getting your ass roasted against the Joker every night. You got to shut him down. You have to take.
You don't think he played well today against the Joker?
I thought.
He had his moments. He had 17 and 10, and he was a factor.
He was a factor, but I'm talking about from a defensive standpoint. If you're one of the greatest defensive players ever, which they say he is, you have to take that personal challenge and say, I'm taking this dude. We're not doubling. That's just my personal opinion.
Hey, the other thing about Jamal Murray's day, talked about him going 0 for 8 from 3, 16 out of 16 from the free throw line en route to those 30 points. Also had 7 assists. So Minnesota and Denver playing game 2 Monday.
All in the finals then, Cleveland.
126 to 113 is your final score.
I'll see y'all in the finals.
Cleveland, 52 to 36 advantage in points in the paint. How about the Raptors? Number 1 in the league in fast break points with 19 a game. Had 3 in this one. Here's Donovan.
It's not something like I'm searching for. It's just something that I'm just playing my game, and you get out there and try to set a tone. Just so happens that it is 30, right? But getting downhill, taking the open shots, taking what's given to me, and obviously making the defense have to react.
It's his job. That's what he get paid the big bucks for. Being aggressive and taking shots and doing his thing. And we understand that. So, our job is to just go out there and fulfill the roles and do other things to impact the game. If he got it going, he's going to give you 40, 50.
Spider's done something nobody else has ever done.
What's that?
9 straight series openers in which he scored 30 points or more.
Wow. That is impressive.
Yeah. That's a,
Damn, Michael Jordan did 3 times? It's close.
yeah.
Man, that's a good list to be
7,
on.
and 6.
Well, so that should be 14 then.
What do you mean?
Because he didn't play a couple of them years. That was the only reason he didn't do it.
Well,
Okay.
then you wouldn't have championships.
Yeah, you want to bet that?
Okay.
So you think he was going to win 7 in a row?
Separate streaks. Separate streaks right there.
Thank you, Ernie.
So Cleveland takes the 1-0 lead. All right, look, we want to get some predictions. And I'm not just going to go with the little Post-it notes. I'm going to go with the super huge Post-it note.
Okay.
All right, here we go. You see that? Here it is. Here we go. And let's just start. We'll make it easy.
Why you got all them damn pens in your pocket?
Because I use highlighters all the
Okay.
time. Okay. Chuckster. Eastern Conference Finals matchup who?
Cavs, Celtics.
And who advances to the NBA Finals?
The Cavs.
Wow. Shaq. Eastern Conference Championship. Kenny, Eastern Conference Championship.
Who's behind Detroit? Who's that 2?
Boston's 2. Ernie,
I'm gonna go Detroit.
Mm-hmm. Against?
Is it possible for them to play the Knicks? Is that what they Knicks
Yes.
played in the Knicks?
Yeah.
The Knicks.
And who wins?
I like that one, Kenny. Detroit Knicks for me, too. No, because I wasn't sure.
And who goes to the finals?
No, because I wasn't
Who
sure
goes
if
to
they
the
could play
finals?
each other.
I say the Detroit Pistons.
Knicks go to the
And
finals.
you're going Knicks. I got Cavs and Celtics and I'm going to take the Celtics going to the finals. Okay, West. Western Conference Finals.
Nuggets, OKC.
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets going to the finals.
Shaq.
Spurs, OKC. Spurs going to the finals.
Wow. Kenny?
I like what Shaq said. I like OKC. I do. I like OKC. And I like San Antonio. And I say the San Antonio Spurs will be in the NBA Finals against the Detroit Pistons.
I got Denver and OKC in the thing, and Denver goes on. All right.
Who you got in the East?
Celtics. Denver and the Celtics. You got Denver and the Celtics.
Yep.
You've got